Hello, welcome to Calcio Worldwide. Today, I'm Marco.
Oh, you did it?
I was kidding.
I'm
kidding.
Hello, welcome to Calcio Worldwide. Today is the big one. Today, we'll be talking about the Champions League final. Today, we'll be analyzing, breaking down the tactics, the key players, the managers, everything you need to know. This is Inter vs Manchester City. I'm Fabrizio.
Marco.
Gabriel.
And this is Calcio Worldwide. Now, right off the bat, the game we've all been waiting for. A lot of people are leaning towards City to win. City are the favorites for a reason. But, as much as I hate to say it, as much as I want to throw up even mentioning them, I think Inter have a shot to win this. Why? Let's see.
Listen, whatever we say in this video, we're biased Italians. Let's go.
Yeah.
I did tell you guys before the video that I did want to say a stat that none of you know. The last time West Ham won a European trophy...
Oh, no, I heard this.
Inter won the Champions League.
Inter won the Champions League. Yeah, but I don't want to go in on that. I think based on what we see, obviously City are the more favored team. But in the past, obviously, they've came close. They didn't win. People are saying it's their year. And I think, like I said, the landscape of football right now, there's not really been a dominant team but City. City has only gone up, while other teams have gone down. Yeah. However, in the midst of all this, some of the Italian teams have performed and have risen, and Inter's one of them. And Inter, honestly, is the best team in Serie A. I hate to admit it, but there's a reason why they made this final. A lot of people are saying they had an easy road to the final. And yes, City, arguably on paper, they've had played better opponents. But if you look at who they versed a Bayern with no striker. Bayern this year nearly lost the league to Dortmund, who, let's be honest, they aren't all that. Real Madrid is an aging side. Yes, they have some young players, but they don't have that perfect balance between experience and youth. And I was actually surprised.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
I mean, we said it before.
I think Madrid just
unlucky.
Really messed up that second game. Because they do have a mix of youth. Camavinga, Tchouaméni.
I mean, we're not taking away City's... That 4-0 was impressive. Nobody predicted that. I understand what you're trying to say, but even if we look at last season, that was the worst Madrid side to win the Champions League compared to the previous.
Yeah.
They've gone downhill. I don't think you could fight that, guys.
No, but you can't take away the fact that, like City, Real Madrid got it wrong. You know what I mean? That could have been Real Madrid in the final.
You can't take away
Inter.
City's performance.
No, I think City did what they had to do, and I'm telling you, though, I don't think Inter's going to get it wrong against City. That's just, I don't think they're going to get it wrong. My dad even seems to know, they're going to get blown out. I'm like, nah,
I think
they're not going to get blown out.
I think we should start with the managers, Pep Guardiola and Simone Inzaghi. Simone Inzaghi has, I think he's never lost a final.
Another stat that I don't even know.
Yeah, I think he's never lost the final, actually. But Pep Guardiola, I mean, I have to say this year he's the best coach in the world. On top of that, we have to say City's the best team in the world.
Yeah.
Guardiola is playing a new system that he's never played before. He's playing a 3-2-4-1.
I hate
where
that
he has
so much.
The three defenders. He has Akanji, Ake, and Ruben Diaz or Kyle Walker. And then he has just John Stones and Rodri in the two pockets. No. What he does is he allows the wide players like Mahrez and Foden or Grealish getting really wide because Guardiola loves playing wide. And then he allows those central players to cover the central areas. And then Stones and Rodri are probably the most important players in this team because they allow Gundogan and De Bruyne to get forward and support Haaland and score the goals. Because let's be honest, everyone's going to talk about, Erling Haaland. He's the guy who's going to, capitalize for Manchester City. But in my opinion, I think it's going to be Gundogan or De Bruyne because they're the ones that make these forward runs. And let's be honest, Acerbi and Bastoni are probably going to be really tight on Haaland.
Yeah, I think the most important man in that game is going to be De Bruyne. And he is often overlooked as in Haaland, how he scores the 36 goals and everything. Who gives it to him? It's De Bruyne. If you see, he has the most assists to Haaland. Yeah, it's crazy. If you shut down Haaland, you gotta shut down De Bruyne.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Haaland obviously deserves his praise. I mean, the amount of goals he's scoring is ridiculous. But the best player is De Bruyne. I know everybody looks at goals and all this, but the fact is, if obviously City don't have, nobody is on the level of Haaland in terms of goal scoring, but they do have goal scorers. But if you take De Bruyne out, Manchester City are a complete different team.
This is what
A
I
completely
think.
different team, but not worse per se.
Man
Yes,
City.
but you have to change how they play.
Man City's
That way.
most talented player is Erling Haaland. Their best player is Kevin De Bruyne, but their most important player is Gundogan.
Yeah.
If Gundogan gets, I think Barella for Inter is actually going to be their key player, because if Barella's tight on Gundogan and doesn't allow him to play, Marcelo Brozovic too on De Bruyne, Inter need to do a good job to control City's midfield. This game is going to be won in the midfield.
Of course.
Because both teams, in my opinion, have the two strongest midfield in the world, apart from Real Madrid, right? But if you think about it, if you know about Serie A, Hakan Çalhanoğlu is one of the best midfielders. Brozovic, Barella, Mkhitaryan. That's a strong midfield. Of course, City's midfield is better. But let's see.
I mean, is it though?
No, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we really don't know, because
No.
a lot of these players get more praise in the Prem because they play in the
No,
Prem.
but Rodri,
But-
Rodri, Gundogan, and De Bruyne can start in any team, bro. Any
I
team.
think Inter's midfield is you can't say it's lesser. I think it's just as good. I think people overlook players like Brozovic, Mkhitaryan has had crazy performances too.
Listen, you can say
Obviously-
with the performances, yeah, they're like.
I
the
mean,
same.
look, we'll see. We're talking about the tactics here, and I was gonna say the same thing. This game's gonna be won in the midfield. Why? I mean, look, City, like you said, Guardiola have made some adjustments, playing differently now. City are actually good in the back now. Before, I would say they were pretty weak in the back. Nobody
they
was
are,
saying it.
yeah.
Now they're playing different. They're playing. I think they have the perfect balance between being conservative, but at the same time taking their chances. But here's the thing: Inter, the way they play, it's still very old school, but they have squad depth, and I think defense for defense, this game is going to be a little tight in the beginning, and the midfield is what's going to dictate it. But I believe that Inter have the method, they have the midfield to challenge Manchester City's midfield. But I think what a lot of people are mentioning is Inter have great forwards too.
Yeah.
Inter have great forwards too.
Romelu, Lukaku, Dzeko, and Lautaro
and they
Martinez.
prefer to play with two forwards instead of the typical, the 4-3-3.
Something.
Yeah,
go on.
With one main striker. I think the way we've been seeing these games turned out, and we're looking at it, obviously every game's different. But even with the West Ham-Fiorentina game, West Ham played more traditional, more defensive, and Fiorentina like to play a lot of this high-paced, fast-paced football, and West Ham got the win. I think Inter can pull this off. They play similar to West Ham. Obviously, it's not similar. Fiorentina have a more modern style compared to City. But yeah, what were you going to say, Margot?
The thing for me that is key in this matchup that Inter lack is the substitutes. City's substitutes are insane. They can bring on Julian Alvarez, who's honestly like, in terms of danger, I think he's just as good as Haaland. Not saying goal scoring. Danger.
Yeah, I agree.
Danger is just as good as Haaland. They start Bernardo Silva on the right wing. They have Morris to come off the bench. They have Phil Foden to come off the bench. He's controversial, but they have Jack Grealish who starts but can come off the bench. They have, even in midfield, they have Calvin Phillips, defenders, Laporte. They have so many options.
Squad depth's insane.
It's insane. And, I think, at the end of the day, if Inter do not score first and miss their chances like Roma did against Sevilla and Fiorentina did against West Ham, it's City's game all day. It's City's game all day.
I agree with you with scoring first, but Inter do have squad depth. You're telling me Inter do not?
Yeah,
not
compared
to
City.
Lukaku, yes, they bring on Lukaku.
Gosens.
They can bring on Gosens. They can bring on Dumfries. I get it.
Dumfries starts.
But I'm saying, look,
Darmian,
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah, yeah.
it's not,
Brozovic.
it's not this.
Skriniar, De Vrij.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
it's not the high. It's not the. What I mean is the difference in class between the level of the players of their substitutes is not far off, guys.
It's not far off, but City is better. You
City is better.
have to agree on that.
Obviously, yes, but like we said before, the better team is the winner. So we don't know.
The team plays better than they,
something I did want to talk about is, now let's talk about City's weak points. I've watched Man City a lot this season, and they've lost twice to one team, Brentford. How do Brentford play? I've seen them play. launch balls over the top. They have a great striker, Ivan Toney. They like to win second balls. City struggle on second balls. Now in the Champions League, who have they played? They played Leipzig, who play good football. They played Bayern Munich, good football. Real Madrid, good football. What do Inter do differently than everyone else?
They don't play like that.
They launch the ball up to their forward players. They play counterattacking. Inter's game is City's weakness.
I think another weak point of
That's why
City,
I say they match up well.
I can't lie, it's Pep. Because he overthinks in these finals, man.
I mean, he could be either their biggest strength and their biggest weakness.
Yeah, but he overthinks a lot in these big games. A lot. We've seen it in the past so many times. Against Chelsea, against Madrid, against PSG.
You think Inzaghi is more level-headed?
I think...
I'm not saying he is or he isn't.
He overthinks too.
Yes, but Pep is the master of overthinking. Whether you guys like it or not, he's the master of overthinking.
I mean, look.
Pep gets it right.
Guys, look.
It's over,
It's over, yeah.
We said Guardiola's made some adjustments, and he does play a bit differently, but the philosophy is still there. It's still there the way Guardiola plays. You could tell Manchester City is a Guardiola team. It's very system-based. Inzaghi has a more of an old-school approach, but obviously, he still plays the Italian way. A bit more modern, I think, because they do score, but at the same time, it's still very old school. Looking at this Inter team, I see a lot of similarities with that 2010 team. I really do. The way they play, the dynamic between the two forwards, they remind me a bit of Milito and Eto'o.
And Mkhitaryan reminds me of Pandev.
Yeah. But look, guys, but City play, like I said, they play a bit similar to that 2010 Barcelona side. The philosophy's still there.
Listen,
obviously, it's not guaranteed, but I'm saying we got to take this into consideration. People are just writing Inter off.
The thing, yeah.
I spoke about it in one of our previous videos, how people are just writing Inter off, the disrespect they're getting by casual fans, by Premier League fans, by the media. Don't overlook Inter, because this is actually, if Inter were to play a big team in the final, I would have chose City instead of Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid were matched up better.
I would rather have City in the final.
I would favor Real Madrid against Inter, but Inter against City, I think they have a really good chance.
I did say a month ago, though, that Inter were going to play City in the final. I did call it.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is right before the season even started this year, before the Champions League started, us both, we predicted, we're like, who do you think is going to win? Just throw a name. I think an Italian team's going to win, like Inter. I think their squad depth, their defense.
And then he said City.
And then he said City. For the,
I hope I'm wrong. I didn't expect it to get to the bottom.
Let's talk about something we were saying before about Inter's backline. This is a very important thing. Andre Onana has been one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I mean, he stepped in for Handanovic, and he's done brilliant.
Very underrated goalkeeper.
Yeah.
If he played in the Prem, they'll say he's the best.
Well, Chelsea won.
Like Alisson before for Roma.
But now...
but Alisson is amazing.
Inter's core
of
the defense, when they won the league a couple seasons ago with Conte, was Skriniar, De Vrij, and Bastoni. Now that's changed, because we all know Skriniar is going to PSG. Inter's had a couple of disagreements with him. De Vrij hasn't been at his best this season, so... Free agent, Acerbi's coming, 35 years old, Italian national, and everyone's like, this is going to be a waste of a signing. He's been phenomenal. Matteo Darmian, not even a center back, comes in against Porto, I remember, phenomenal. So now you got a backline, it's an all-Italian backline. Bastoni, Acerbi, and Darmian.
Reminds you of Chiellini, Bonucci.
Then the wing backs.
Let's not go too far, guys.
then the wing backs are very important, because you got Di Marco and Dumfries. I think Di Marco is phenomenal by crossing the ball. While I think Dumfries in the air is incredible. I think if Dumfries gets in the box while you have Dzeko, Lautaro, Lukaku, that's a problem.
You know why he knows all this? Because he uses this.
FIFA. He plays on
all the time.
That too.
That's how he plays.
That too. But
that's how he plays.
I do watch Inter a lot, and
you're not a real Roma fan.
No, I am a real Roma fan. But I am a real Roma fan, and I have to say though, I really do love the way Inter play, because you want to know something that I've seen from them and only Napoli this season in Serie A is Inter know how to use their players,
and they have balls in moments, unlike a lot of Italian
when
teams.
they display it, they win.
They have balls. Yeah, I'm saying they have more balls than Juve, than Roma, than Napoli, than Milan. They know. No, they do. Then don't even get me started about Lazio. But yeah, go on.
Look, it makes me vomit that that I want to vomit that Inter's the last hope for Serie A. That's just that.
They are.
If an ideal scenario, I want both of these teams to just nobody plays and nobody wins the Champions League. But look. There have been some controversial refereeing decisions against Serie A. I don't want to be... And like you said, against Germany as well. That could play a factor in this game, too.
It could.
But we're talking about the defense. You know, to the defense. I still think Skriniar and De Vrij should play. I know they haven't played the best this year. Skriniar's leaving, whatever. You can't be arrogant. You have to go.
Should they play or should they start? Because I agree that they should play and come on.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But should they start? I don't know. I mean, you got to look at the team. The key for Inter to winning this is press at the right moments, take your chances, but don't overpress like Fiorentina did. Because if we're playing 35-year-old Acerbi, great defender, but if we're pressing too high, which I don't think Inter will do. They will get countered. Because Manchester City have pace.
Now let me.
I was gonna say one thing though. Even in you could say it with Fiorentina too. English teams that they have, even the Spanish teams. You saw when the Italian teams, Roma and Fiorentina versus West Ham and Sevilla, they couldn't go for the 90 minutes fully. Like they were gassed out. Whereas like Sevilla was running like crazy.
Yeah.
West Ham was running like crazy. I hope we don't see that with Inter. I hope we don't see that Italian thing where it's like they just gassed out for some reason, and then City's just running around them like crazy.
I have to say though, to me, Inter is very different from any Serie A team, and the reason why is because they have a mixture of so many different players, and a lot of their players played in the Prem. So, a thing I want to say now is that experience matters in the Champions League final. Inter have a lot of experience. Marcelo Brozovic. You know, he got into a World Cup final of Croatia. Edin Dzeko, we know all about his career. Lautaro Martinez. You know, the list goes on for Inter. Acerbi with us in the Euros. He won. He was a big part of our Euro team, actually. So I think if Inter are to win this game, they need to obviously fight, and they obviously need to use their experience and play their game.
I mean, here's what I say. You said Inter played different from every other team in Serie A. I don't think it's wouldn't necessarily say it's playing different. I would say more they play like what every Serie A team aspires to play as. Because, I mean, Inter still play old school Italian football. They do.
But do Milan play like that? Do Napoli
No, but those are two teams. And most of the teams, we're taking into consideration the lower rated teams as well. And even my team, they want to play like Inter. But Inter play this way, but they actually play good. They actually have the players to do this, and they've been efficient every time they played with balls. We criticized their lack of aggression before, but it seemed like now. Sorry, it seems like now they've turned a new leaf, and now they're starting to play as they should.
Yeah.
That Inter has to show up. They can't make the same mistake all the Italian teams do and be nervous, and they got to believe in themselves. They really do.
Now I have a question. Would you guys think that Inter's 2020-2021 team with Antonio Conte on the bench would do a better job than the Inter that they have now?
No, I can't lie. Nah, because Conte...
No.
Against Sevilla, bro, I don't know what they did in that Europa League final. So
yeah,
I don't really...
I agree.
I'm sorry. I love Conte. Yeah. I love Conte, but he's not
Conte's good
European
for the
guy.
league. He's good at... I call him the fixer. He's good at fixing teams in rough situations. He's great. He will win you the league, always.
Except if you're Tottenham.
Yeah, but Tottenham, we know it. Tottenham is a disgrace. Yeah. They're a failure. But that's the truth. The Prem fans would even agree with that. Even Tottenham fans would agree with that. But look, guys.
Predictions.
Hold on a second. No, guys. Look. Thank you for cutting me off. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
He always does that.
No. But when it comes to winning European championships, Conte is not the guy. Let me move my pen around. All right.
No, he's not the guy. You're right.
No, he's not. Look. But right now, I think Inzaghi, if Inter are going to win the Champions League now, I think Inzaghi's the right man for the job. He's proved it. He's proved it in big games against Barcelona. He's proved it against Milan, regardless of what people say. Oh, Milan is a average team, which I disagree. I don't think they're an amazing world-class team. I think they're a great team. The fact that they know Milan, they played in the stadium, there were nerves there. There was a lot of tension. Inter prevailed, and they more than prevailed. They dominated Milan.
And I want to say one thing, and no one can argue about this. Inter have better fans than City at the end of the day, and I think that's gonna.
No, that's true. City has plastic fans.
It's gonna help them, bro.
I wouldn't say City have plastic fans because I have seen that they have fans that supported them through their tough times. But if you're talking about Inter and City,
dude, a majority of City fans are fake. It's a fake. This is what it comes down to. It's money versus the traditional way of building up your players.
Passion.
No, it's passion. I hate Inter. I hate City. I'm conflicted. But there's something I hate more than Inter. I hate stuff that's fake. I hate what the sport has turned into. And Man City is the epitome of that. Yeah. Just money, fake fans, all marketing, all this. And I like the old school ways. I like passion in my game. I like players that die for the shirt. And regardless what team you play, you have to respect that. Now let's go to our predictions. I hate both teams. I can't deny to you, though, that I'd probably favor Inter to win. I hate that they're the last hope of football, not just Serie A, of football. Because, I said, this is what this game has turned into. However, I wouldn't lie to you. City favored this game. If they play 9 times out of 10, 100 times, City is going to win probably 80-90% of those games.
Yeah.
However, this is just one leg. The way the stars are aligning, and like I said, I think if Inter were to play a big team, I would choose City because they match up well. I think Inter's going to win this game. I just see it. With everybody counting them out, I think City are underestimating them too. Not just
I wouldn't
media.
say City, but the media and the fans.
Look, the way they're acting right now. Oh, we're finally going to win the league. The Champions League.
What do you think the score is going to be, and what do you think is going to be a game changer in this game?
There's 2 ways this game could go. Like I said, I predict the Inter are going to win. If City win, they're going to destroy Inter. That's the truth.
Yeah.
However, if Inter win, I see them winning this purely on tactics. I see Inzaghi getting this right. Everything's got to go perfect for Inter. They can't make any mistakes. But I don't think they will. I see Inter scoring first. I see Lautaro Martinez scoring. He's been playing fantastic. I see Dzeko coming on. Or if Lukaku doesn't... I don't know who they're going to start. I see one of those guys scoring. Then I see City getting a late goal, but it won't be enough. I still stand by it. I see Inter winning this 2-1.
Guys, we predicted Fiorentina winning.
I really see this.
We predicted Roma winning. They lost.
I predicted Sevilla to beat Roma, but
listen, because of us. But anyway,
no. I actually thought Sevilla were gonna win. It's just
I can say what I want about this game. At the end of the day, I don't really know who's gonna win. I'll be honest. Like I want Inter to win.
It's a lot closer.
But I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know because I don't think City are gonna win for sure. But I don't think Inter are 100%. I think it's 50-50, and I think it's gonna be.
You have to pick one, dude.
I know, dude. I think I guess I might have to say Inter gonna lose, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say 2-1 Inter.
Say what you think. What do you think? Don't go with your heart. Go with what you think.
I think it might be it could be 3-1 City, man. I'm sorry. I think it's 2-1. Listen, if Inter win, how about this? If Inter win, 2-1. City win, 3-1, 4-1.
Okay, but you're leaning towards City. You don't want to... Okay,
because I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, guys. I don't know anymore.
You have to tell... Listen, you originally predicted City to win at the start.
Exactly. Bro, as much as I want Inter, can win. They can win. I'm not saying, bro, it's Italian.
I don't want either team to win.
They can win. No, Inter can win. F that. F all the City fans think, we're going to win for sure. Inter can totally win. But again, if Inter wins 2-1, City wins 3+1. And that's my prediction.
All right, Gab.
Football is cruel. Exactly. It really is. Roma lost and Fiorentina lost. And the world's really laughing at Italy right now. I've seen comments of people saying, if Italy are going to lose 3 out of 3, they're a joke. I saw someone comment that there was 3,000 likes. And it pains me because I think Italy's, my opinion, besides Brazil, the best footballing nation in the world. Call me biased or not, but we were on top.
I think it's true.
No, for sure.
And I think after us, it would be Germany, right? But
yeah.
This game means a lot to both teams. But I want to go back to Jose Mourinho in 2010, what he said before they beat Barcelona. And Federico Di Marco, for me, the symbol of Inter, because he's an Inter fan, said this. For them, it's an obsession. For us, it's a dream. Mourinho said that. Inter won the Champions League. Remember Barca's Guardiola?
Yeah.
Everyone knew everyone was like, they're the best team, they're going to win all this. Same with City's Guardiola. They've won now the double. The Prem, the FA Cup. Now they're one step away from getting the dream. Guardiola has done a fantastic job at Man City. Don't get me wrong. He's been trying to do this for years. Inter, no one knows why they're here, let's be honest.
Yeah, no.
But it's like a 2010. I think City are the better team. And I really have gone back and forth with you guys saying, oh, I think City's going to win, I think Inter's going to win. But I do believe that Internazionale is gonna win. No, I'm rooting for Italy. This is about Italy.
This is about Italy.
This is not about being a Roma
Okay,
fan.
but it's not who you root. Who do you think is gonna win?
I do think Inter is gonna win 2-1, and I think
same score as mine.
I don't know why, but I had this picture in my
Mine
head
too.
when Lautaro Martinez scored against Milan. He's the captain of the team now. He scored and he went in front of the whole curva, and it was like a man and his whole army behind him, and I was just like, I don't know. That picture gave me a goosebumps that Inter's gonna win 2-1.
Yeah, him and his army of degenerates. But sometimes degenerates get what they want. But look, guys, it's passion versus money. And no matter what happens, what the result is, passion will always be number one, no matter what. Because this game is nothing without passion. It's called the beautiful game for a reason. And money, just pumping money out, there's nothing beautiful about that. So,
Well said.
Regardless what happens, remember what the game really is all about. It's about the blood, the sweat, the tears. It's about the heart you put into it. That is what football is. That is what Calcio is, soccer, whatever you want to call it. There's a reason why this game transcends everything. There's a reason why this game is worldwide. Okay? So, if you're a football fan, this is a great game. I understand if you're a City fan, but we all know what the real result should be, or at least what you desire.
Inter can say football.
Well, that makes me want to throw up. I'll say it again.
But they can say
that
football.
just makes me want to throw up.
It's either money or passion.
I think it's been the toughest year.
Yeah,
Because he's had Juve go out, Roma in the final. Now his hope is on the team he hates the most.
Not even that. It was like
Just
you was second, 15 points.
It's like-
and then went to second again, 10 points.
Just put a gun to my head. I want this to be over already, please. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. You can't get this content anywhere else because everybody just lies straight to your face. We'll tell you how it is.
Yeah.
We'll tell you how it is. You like us, like and subscribe. We have a TikTok and Instagram as well. If you really love us, join us on that. Links on our channel. Hope you enjoyed the episode and just tune in for our reaction to the game.
See you next video.
Inter!